Please vote for us!
So here's the idea. We create a resource pack for young mental health carers who live in Taunton.
I'm Talisa. I'm probably best known to you for being the girl in N-dubs.
N-dubs.
But there's a big part of my private life that I've always kept quiet about.
I just remember police turning up, ambulances, my mum literally being restrained and being dragged away.
My mum's been mentally ill since before I was born, and I've grown up being her carer. I'm not alone. There are 80,000 young people in the UK looking after a parent with a mental illness.
When she's on a down day, she'll just sit there, the curtains are drawn, the blinds are drawn, the telly's quiet. It's not the mum I used to know.
It's not a Hannah. Sorry. And she misses a lot out.
Sit down then.
I want to know how other Brits cope with the pressure of being a young carer.
She did self-harm. I was there on the stairs, just kind of like in tears, but I couldn't stop her.
On one hand, I've got my life, my career, my future. On the other hand, I've got my responsibility.
Hopefully, watching this short clip of Talisa from N-dubs has given you a flavour of why we're doing this work and why we're creating this pack. So what will be in the pack? Well, our young advisors have got some brilliant ideas of what would be really useful in the pack. For instance, having pullouts of all the main mental health issues, such as schizophrenia, dementia, anxiety and depression, explaining in young people-friendly terms exactly what they are and actually what that means to them. There's going to be pages on things like how to look after yourself. One major thing for young carers is actually they tend not to care for themselves, so it's really important. Tips on sleeping well, eating well, things like recipe cards. The idea is to talk and get professionals involved within the pack. So for instance, when they turn to the section about medication and dispensing medication, the importance of it, they'll be working with psychiatrists to actually get the details down. But for us, one of the main aspects of the pack is that it says where a young person can get help. What is their first port of call? So we will be advertising the different helplines, the internet sites, and actually who locally is there to support them. One of the best things about the resource pack is that it will be kept up to date via online content, a dedicated website where young people can get the most up-to-date information about what's happening locally for them. The internet is a media form that most young people can get involved with, whether that be via the school or in their own homes. Accessing young carers are really difficult. That's because many young people don't want to admit that they're caring for a friend or a relative. And accessing young mental health carers is even more difficult. You've got, coupled with that, the stigma of mental health. Now, the resource pack idea comes from the fact that they can pick it up discreetly. It means that they don't have to approach someone and admit something to a professional or a teacher or whoever that may be. They can pick it up and actually get support themselves. They can, if they want, just find out the information that's in the pack, and if they feel that they've got the courage to take that further and get support, they then know how to. The most important thing to remember is that most young mental health carers do not know that they are carers.
Please vote for us!